Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Go Home Ryan, and today we are watching the official zombie mode trailer from Marvel Rivals. I started playing Marvel Rivals when it first came out, really enjoyed the game. I've taken a bit of a break from it. However, I'm interested in getting back into it because they just dropped Daredevil and Blade came out not too long ago, and I really want to try both of them, at the very least in the practice range. But I'm excited for this PvE mode, first PvE mode in Marvel Rivals, because it's something different, something new to the formula, right? And so I'm interested in exploring that. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop into the trailer. I'll try not to talk too much.
Time to make the undead dead again.
Okay, so as they say real quick, I mean, so it looks like we're at that Fantastic Four map, where it's their tower, where you're leaving their tower. It kind of looks like that, or it looks like it might be the Sanctum Sanctorum map. Either one of those. They both look pretty similar to me sometimes, so apologize for not getting that right, but it's one of those two maps. Leads me to believe I really do think it's the Fantastic Four map, though, because we saw the Avengers Tower there too. On top of that, we're seeing these like low res models for all of these zombies, so not a whole lot of detail on the zombies, but it doesn't matter because we're here to kill the zombies. The zombies are going, they're dying. This is great. It seems like it's going to be really hectic, but it's going to be a lot of fun. You probably want to play with your heavy hitters here, the folks that like your DPSs that really like clear a lot of folks out, instead of somebody else. I know people treat Cloak and Dagger as a DPS sometimes. Some people play Cloak and Dagger as a DPS, but maybe not appropriate for your Cloak and Daggers, because you might get overwhelmed just with the number of zombies there are. We haven't seen yet whether or not the zombies can attack you, but I imagine that's part of the thrill of the mode, right? Is that you can get hurt by a zombie, because we see here, I mean, Punisher has full health. We see here Magic has full health, so we're not really sure whether or not this is, you see, yeah, they both have full health here. So we're not really sure whether or not they can attack you. I'm assuming that they can, though, because that would make the mode that much more interesting. And on top of that, too, well, actually, let's just watch the rest of the trailer. Let's see what they got going on. Okay, so we see, oh, that's cool. So okay, so we see here, yes, you can take damage. We see that Jeff is taking damage here. We can also see this is a zombified Namor. That is interesting. And it's his like Black Panther 2 outfit. That's really cool. So we're gonna, it looks like, and it looks like he gets to use his actual powers too, because you see he's got the octopuses in the back. And you got this octopus doing this like massive like attack over here. Oh, that's really cool. That's really interesting. Looks like there's also, and maybe we'll see it too if we keep on watching, but looks like there's also somebody that's attacking from this direction. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a tough time for if you're playing by yourself. And this is what I'm saying. Don't play as a strategist. Why are you playing as Jeff in a mode like this? I love Jeff. Jeff is great. Jeff deserves to be in all the modes, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Slice and dice. Vengeance in Spectre's name!
Okay, and I was wondering, I mean, so you see here, sorry, we're playing against a zombified Scarlet Witch. And then you see here, we got two Thors on the same team, so you can, this is a multiplayer mode. It's not just one player versus everybody. It's two, you can have multiple players on your team. I wonder if it's limited. I thought I saw somewhere before that it's limited to 4 players, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. Maybe we'll get a little bit of that toward the end of this. I think that's a really interesting take on this, especially, I mean, it coincides with the Marvel's zombie series that just came out. So it makes sense that they're releasing this now. And it's in time for Halloween, spoopy month. Spoopy month. It makes sense to do all the spoopy stuff during spoopy month. So no, I mean this release makes sense. It also makes sense that the Marvel characters themselves are getting zombified because of the Marvel Zombie series that just came out. I'm wondering what other characters they're going to include. So we've seen Namor, we've seen Scarlet Witch so far. I imagine it's going to be these like larger than life characters that can do a lot of like wide array, like area damage that we're probably going to get more of. But maybe we'll see more of that in this trailer. I like the screen too. I like the way it looks. Okay, so it looks like you can only play as either I don't like that you're limited to a certain number of characters. I mean, I guess I haven't seen the Marvel Zombies show yet, so maybe I should watch the Marvel Zombies show. Maybe there's some added context there, but I don't like the fact that you can only choose between these 5 characters, or at least as it seems right now. Maybe they'll change that in the future, and especially because it's like one strategist, one vanguard, and then 3 DPS. I would love to play a mode like this as Penny Parker. I can just imagine her in the spider suit, just like running through everything. That'd be really cool to see. I mean, I would love to play as Mr. Fantastic in this level, like the stretch punches and everything. That'd be really cool. Emma Frost in this would be pretty interesting. I don't know. It just seems like there'd be a greater variety of folks, right? That would work really well in this mode. So it's interesting that they were like, actually, we're sticking with these 5. I mean, Blade makes perfect sense. Blade makes sense. Punisher makes sense. I would appreciate it if they would just go ahead and let you operate under the full roster and do something like this under this. That'd be really interesting. But I don't know. Maybe they have their reasons. Maybe there's a reason why they decided to do that. But I would have liked to see a wider array of characters because it is so limited. And I'll say, I mean, we've had modes past where they have been, they've had, these like special modes where they've done the character limited selection. You think about like the soccer mode, right, where you could only choose between Iron Fist, Star-Lord, and Black Widow. I mean, I guess that made sense too to do that. But I mean, I don't know. With a mode like this, you think it would have like wider appeal. You could almost do like the Sanctum Sanctorum map, right, and have people choose whomever they want to and still work. But maybe there's a lore specific reason as to why they chose just these 5 characters. We'll have to see as the mode comes out. Maybe I'll play it on the channel. We'll try to do that. Play it on the channel a little bit. It's also cool that you can customize your traits.
Told Spectre I'd carry on his legacy.
Okay, and it looks like, I mean, it makes sense. There's only 5 characters. It looks like you can only choose 4 people on a team at a time. Let's see if we can see this again. It seems like you can only choose 4 people just 4 people on a team. So you see them over here, that they've got the 4 team lined up. So it seems like only 4 people on a team at a time. I mean, maybe that's true. Maybe it's not true. I'll have to try it to see if you can have more people. But I mean, that's what it seems like right now, that you can only have 4 people on a team at a time, which is interesting because you have the ability to go up to 6. So why not? Why not? Why not allow it? I mean, we saw in the previous, and a little bit earlier when they were fighting Scarlet Witch that there were like 2 Thors, right? So we saw 2 Thors. So we know that they can do you can have multiple versions of the same character, right? It's not like the soccer match mode where you can only choose like one version of each character. You couldn't have 3 Iron Fists on a team, or you couldn't have 3 Star-Lords on a team, which would have been great for that particular mode. So I don't understand why you wouldn't be able to have up to 6 players, because people can choose more than one, but maybe they just wanted to make it a little bit more difficult.
Told Spectre I'd carry on his legacy. Time to live up to the promise. I was born ready.
Okay, so it comes out on October 23rd, which is a few days from now at the time of recording. Like I said, it's inspired by Marvel Zombies, which is now streaming. I mean, I think this is great. I mean, I think it's on point. I hate that they have Khonshu. Man, whatever. This feels like a tease. I hate that they have Khonshu here, and like you can't play as Moon Knight. I mean, I will say we saw earlier in the trailer that we did see Moon Knight's ability come down. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's at this point. Yeah, we see Moon Knight's ability, right? Like you see, like the hands coming out of the sky, and everything. So maybe Khonshu is aiding because he's not attacking Blade, or maybe it is. I couldn't tell. But maybe Khonshu is aiding the four players. Maybe there's a lore specific reason as to why Khonshu's actually in this. Again, I haven't seen the series, so maybe that's revealed by the series as to why Khonshu's a part of this. But um, I mean that's the Moon Knight ability. So I mean it would make sense in my mind to include Moon Knight, but maybe Moon Knight's zombified. Maybe that's like another thing. Maybe that's the reason why there's only 5 playable characters. I mean that would make sense too. But even at the end here, and maybe this is not to spoil, but like we only get to see Scarlet Witch. See, we only get to see Scarlet Witch and Namor at the end here where yeah, let's see if we can. Yeah, we only get to see Scarlet Witch and Namor. So I don't yeah, Namor up in the sky over there. So I wonder how many other players or how many other like zombified um Marvel characters we're going to get to fight. I don't know. It's an interesting mode. It seems really cool. This seems like one of the harder versions because you've got two of the massive zombified characters fighting against your team. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good time. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm interested in seeing how Jeff's ult works with like a multitude of zombies at once. Whether or not his ult, when he does that, just swallows them all and kills them immediately, or if he can do his ult at all, as compared to some of the other characters here. I mean, I imagine that's why they included him because that would be an interesting interaction. I don't know. We're gonna see. I think it's gonna be fun, and so it comes out, like I said before, on October comes out on October 23rd, which is pretty soon. And so I'm interested in playing it. Maybe I'll get to play it on the channel a little bit. Maybe I'll get to stream some and I'll share some clips of that. But let me know what you think. Are you excited for this Marvel Zombie PvE mode? Do you think it's going to be a lot of fun? Do you think it's going to be a fail? Would you like to see more characters? Would you like to see more than that array of 5 characters? Would you like a full team of 6 people to be able to play as, since you can double up on characters? Let me know what you think in the comments. We can talk about it. Remember to like, comments, subscribe. It's been Go Home Ryan, and until next time, later Gators.